Okay, almost ready. What are we doing? Where are we? Over there. Cool. Just gotta get these done and then we'll be off. Cool, that should be that. Now I just need to get the app going and make sure that iPad is muted so I don't have an echo or nothing. Cool. So, welcome, everyone. We are doing some, we're doing the optional side quests. We're doing all the strangers and freaks, as it were. Well, in the first game, they were strangers and freaks. In this one, they're just strangers. But, where is it? There we go. The one that we were working on last time was looking for rock carvings. And I think we got 6 of them. And I remember the one that I was... So, let's go ahead and get on that, shall we? Alright, actually, where is the map? There we go. Can't zoom in any closer than that. That's fine. So, our first destination is going to be up here by Bacchus Station, if I can find it. There it is. It's actually going to be about here? A little bit past the S, according to the app I'm looking at. Don't think I can fast travel up there. What's the closest I can get, though? Because I can't go to Fort Wallace. Don't think I can go to the oil fields. Might be able to get to Emerald Ranch. That'd take me about halfway. So that should be fine. Can I get to the oil fields? I can, actually. Neat. We'll go ahead and do that then. That's a little bit closer. So, how is everybody? Hope you all had a good day. You're having a decent evening. And I certainly appreciate you popping in for a bit, hanging out for a little while. Hopefully you have some fun. For anyone who's wondering, I did take a small break from this game, because I was basically playing it every day. And as much as I love it, sometimes you just have to take a break. You gotta do something else for a little bit, right? And I can't remember what happened yesterday that got in the way of me trying to stream it. But somehow it just didn't work out, so here we are. A day late, but more or less on track. That is awfully loud. Alright. Off we go. So, as I may or may not have said, I honestly don't remember, we're looking for rock carvings. Which, honestly, when I first got the quest, I thought they were going to be like little things like Ica stones, but no, it turns out they're actually like carved into cliff faces and whatnot.
Darn.
So a lot bigger than I expected. And so far, they've pretty much all been of a fairly anachronistic nature. As in, they don't exactly fit with this time. You've seen, like, rockets and what look like the Space Needle or something from the Jetsons. There was a DNA strand on one. Stuff that you wouldn't expect to be a very, very common sight in cowboy times. In good old 1899. Alright, and there's Fort Wallace, which means that we are almost at our destination. Oh, is there like a snake or something back there?
You all right, girl?
No worries,
You
horse.
done Good, girl.
No worries, Sasha, you're fine.
Yep. Slow it up.
Okay, actually, need to go back up, don't I? That'd probably help. Okay, I haven't found any other treasure maps, but I know that one of the treasures you can find is actually going to be up here, right next to the rock carving. But of course you can't. I don't think you can find it without finding the previous treasure. Because the way treasure hunting works in this game, for those not aware, is tends to be you will find one map. It'll lead you to a small treasure, and which is usually just another map. And you wind up going through usually 3 maps before you get to anything that's actually worth something. Or that isn't just another map, that is. And yes, welcome Hero Doglike to the Erie Assembly. Thank you for the follow, friend. Hope you like what you see. Hope you'd like to hang around for a little bit. Certainly hope you enjoy yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not so good with the words sometimes. Alright, and there's number 7. 3 left. Okay. Next one is south of Moonstone Pond. Over here. Right around here, looks like. For full disclosure, I've never completed this quest, and I am using a fan-made app. Which has actually proved to be a huge help in a lot of things. Not just with the, that's a rather large bone. Not just with the rock carvings, but also with treasures, and, yeah, 'cause you need to find the treasures for the Explorer challenges. But also in finding some pretty interesting Easter eggs. Is that a chipmunk? Neat.
You're okay, girl.
Let's maybe not just go straight down there. Didn't even need to. We're back on the road. Do I have a bounty here? I do. 10 whole dollars. That's a sheep. That's a elk. That's a good elk. That's worth some money. There we go.
Easy.
That ought to get it. Good. Awesome. Now let's just hope that I don't die at some point before reaching a trader. Or not a trader, a trapper. And for anyone wondering, I know I said when I started this run that I was gonna try and censor the skinnings, but at this point I've given up. Most of the time there's nothing to hide it behind. Nope, I don't need that knife. Alright, like I said, now I just have to hope that I don't die before I can reach a trapper, because if I do, then I wind up losing the pelt. And,
Yeah.
good condition elk pelt is, it's worth some decent money. Let's just say that. I couldn't tell you exactly how decent, but it's, one of the biggest animals in the game. It's one of the most expensive. I guess valuable is probably a better word.
Yeah.
Look out, deer! The map makes it look like I'm riding pretty close to camp. Which, if that's the case, I would be kind of surprised. Unless it just always shows you where, which direction camp is. Which I wouldn't doubt. I would think we're a bit north for camp to be anywhere nearby.
Whoa, now. Hold up. Now, easy there. Now, shh. Whoa.
What has you so spooked?
Easy. Easy. Oh, you again, girl.
There we go. Alright. He'll be fine. I, on the other hand, might fall off a cliff and die. We'll see.
What do you work for?
Nothing. I'm not even looking at you. Alright, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be over on this side. Yeah, there it is. That looks like a pyramid. So that'll be number 8. Yeah. Alright, number 9 is on the northwest edge of the Elysian Pool. So, right over here. About here from the looks of things. So that one ought to be pretty easy to get to. Wait, where am I going? My horse is that way. Pardon me. Alright, Sasha, let's get going.
Okay, girl. Yep.
I wasn't interested in the crow, I was looking at the deer. Or I wanted to look at the deer, anyway. Arthur, on the other hand, liked the crow better, apparently. That's another elk, isn't it? Yep. It was a 3-star elk. Would be worth something, but I only have room for one. Plus, I wanted to carry the second one on foot, which I've tried that before. It's generally not worth it. It takes forever. You're not very likely to actually reach a trader that way. Or a trapper. Speaking of, though...
Tailored saddle, made to measure. Look no further. Well, it's been a little while, eh? So, buying or selling?
Definitely selling. Got this giant elk pelt you might like.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
Okay, there's a raccoon pelt. A snake pelt. Elk antlers. Boar tusks.
Okay.
A shitload of meat. And a perfect elk pelt is $6.50. Not worth quite as much as I hoped, but still probably the best money we got out of that.
Yeah.
Alright, and we didn't have to go out of our way. Trapper was right there. Which was rather convenient, I think. Alright, and from the looks of that, we're getting pretty close to the pond, the Elysian pool.
As far as I'm concerned.
I'll kill him.
You asshole!
Cannot stand these Murphys. And let's face it, killing 3 of them, that's 3 less the folk who live here got to worry about. I am surprised that fella didn't float away down the river. Now look here, game. They're dead. What are they going to do with money and cigarettes? Why does that make me a bad person?
Okay there.
There it is. Not sure I can actually... There we go. Cool. If I had to guess, I'd say it looks like people trying to control the weather. And that is number 9, which means we only have 1 more left. A little bit north of here. Up around the inn in Roanoke. That we can just barely see there. Somewhere around here, looks like.
Yep.
Gavin! I'm sorry!
You still haven't found him?
Hello, mister.
Please, tell me you've seen Gavin.
I don't even know what he looks like.
Londoner. Hilarious. Oh, we've had such times, me and Gav.
No, sorry. I've yet to meet any hilarious Londoners.
Oh, he's the best. Gavin! Oh, I am so worried. Gav! 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 Where are you? Where are you?
Ooh. Did not mean to do that. I just meant to get back on the horse. Sasha!
Yep.
Where are you going, horse? Well, that was a fun little accident.
Whoa, easy, girl. It's okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Easy. Whoa. Whoa, girl. Easy.
Calm down there, Sasha. There you go. Cool. Cougar pelts are pretty good. Think I need a couple of those for something. Don't know if I need them for camp upgrades or for the trapper. Or rather, I don't know if I need them for just the trapper. 'Cause I know that I've definitely needed them for both.
Who's that a-coming? Here, piggy pig!
Christ! Damn it!
That's what happens on the hills, friend.
He got guilty! The hell?
Are you trying to run?
Shit! That's what you get.
Goddamn Murphy's brood. Murphy's blood. My mouth works sometimes, I swear. There we go. There we go. Pardon me. Since I don't really have a very professional streaming setup with a PC and everything, I use the PS4's native streaming settings. Which means that I have to use my iPad, because I don't really have a computer that I can use. Use my iPad to watch the stream and check out or keep an eye on the chat.
Yep.
Which means that I kind of have to use the app, which is not great and freezes all the time. So chances are, if you hear me muttering to myself, it's probably that's probably why. And I'm not falling for that. Don't know if you saw the big white spot on the minimap there, and heard a howling in the distance. There's some naked dude who you can find howling out in the wilderness.
Whoa.
Who, if you interact with him or even approach him, then
Holding out there.
at least one wolf will show up and attack. And that's fun.
Easy. okay? Yeah, there's a girl.
Alright, let's see if I can find this rock carving. The app says it's facing the road, and that's really all it says. There it is. You know, I think I kind of look at these in reverse order, but that's fine. There we go. Can mail the remaining coordinates to Francis Sinclair from any post office. This is gonna hurt. I am good-brained. Think much. Alright, Van Horn as the nearest post office, so we'll check that out.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if there's going to be more to that or not. But, if there is, then I have a friend that I'll need to message about it. That's a burr.
Easy there, girl. There, girl. Good girl. Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, the black bears will leave you alone. They'll usually run from you. But grizzly bears will usually charge and attack. And oh boy, let me tell you, they're not easy to get off. Pardon me. In fact, only once have I been able to get out from under a grizzly bear when it was on top of me like that. What time is it? It is 8:35. All right. All right, here we are at Van Horn Trading Post. One of the shittiest places in the world.
You rest up.
Give me a minute here. Right. What are you sending?
I am sending all of
You need
these.
something?
You mailed all the rock carving locations to Francis Sinclair. Return to any post office after at least 24 hours for your reward. All right.
Thanks, partner.
Well, in that case, go ahead and rent a room. And we'll just sleep it off. 'Cause why not? That ought to be quick.
Hey there, partner.
Evening.
Howdy.
Alright, so there's 15 right off the bat. Then we just need another 9. And I see Arthur's mutton chops are coming in. It says I have mail. Hasn't even been 24 hours.
Excuse me, partner.
Greetings.
Careful. Apologies. Hey, friend.
There's something you need?
Nope.
You're gonna have to wait for a second.
Game, can you make up your mind whether he's there or not? Alright, I got bourbon, $10, and a rock statue. Huh. Wonder what that's for.
Thanks. Mister?
What's you?
Well, hello there, mister. Is it your first time here?
Yeah, I'm crazy.
Oh,
I did
sure,
not know
I'll
this
make a
fellow was
lucky
Scottish.
kiss for you.
Do I need that rock statue for any of these? I do not.
All right, let's have a wee look.
And it's worth $50.
Fine, yeah. I'll buy it off you.
I'm fine with letting that go.
Go on. And don't go telling anybody else about our business.
Not a problem. Alright, so now I just need to go back to the wiki and see what comes next. Which stranger will be paying a visit to after this? Alright, I know I've got one here called Smoking and Other Hobbies. That's it right there. Not a problem. Okay, that's done then. Well, it's not done, because you have to find all the cards in order to actually finish it. Which I don't think I'm literally ever going to do. Now, the Test of Faith looks like, yeah, that's the one for, where you're looking for dinosaur bones. Cool. And there are 30 of those. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so we actually have one pretty close to here, looks like. Right up around here somewhere. You know what? I'll do this one later, and I will, we'll just look at the ending to that one. How about that? Because that way, otherwise, we're just going to be here for fucking ages. And we're not going to get much done. Have we met? Oh, this will continue at a later time. I'm fine with that. That might be the rest of it. We might have to wait a little longer for that. Hey, Alex. Welcome to the show. Okay, so we have not met Jeremy Gill. Looks like if I want to stay the night again, I'd have to pay again. And I'd kind of rather not. Alright, so, first things first. We're going to go find Mr. Gill. Wait, nope. Map. Come on. He's going to be over by the L in Lemoyne, which means we're way too far north. It's going to be right around here. That little shack there.
That was my drink! You two quit fighting.
Hey, you stay out of this.
Look out!
Alex says, every time I see the abbreviation for this game, I wonder if people are talking about Star Wars. Yeah, because it is RDR2, which isn't too far from R2D2. You know what?
You alright, girl?
Okay, that mission is called A Fisher of Fish, and is basically going to be another scavenger hunt. We're going to have to go hunt down legendary fish. So again, let's try and do something that isn't just looking for stuff. Let's go for something that isn't a scavenger hunt. That's what I'm trying to say. We've done the iniquities of history. I think we've done no good deed. There is one that I really want to get to called He's British, of course. But the problem with that is that I really want Kara to see that. But Kara's not here right now, so I'm gonna have to wait. Is there a way to play this game being totally lawful? Only if you don't count the story missions where you have to rob people. Or kill a shitload of bounty hunters to save Sean. Or try to play the Greys and the Braithwaites against each other. So, it really depends on your definition of lawful, I guess.
Yeah.
This isn't like the first game, where John was trying not to be an outlaw anymore. In this one, you are, by default, a member of an outlaw gang. So you kinda have to be unlawful. But Dutch will point out that outlaws and criminals are different. They're not the same in his mind. He doesn't explain how, but that, and I'm sure that the law and the Pinkertons would probably disagree. Yeah, you see the 5 circles down there over the map. The 2 on the right are my horse's health and stamina. And you can see the ring around the stamina is slowly depleting. Which just means that I'll basically have to stop. Have to slow down from a full gallop so that the stamina can refill. Give my horse a chance to rest. Don't have to stop, though. Don't ever have to get off the horse. Just slow down a little. That said, Sasha here is literally the best horse in the game. So,
Yeah.
she might have a bit more stamina than most.
Yeah, you good, girl?
Fine horse you got there.
Did you hear about the trans woman superhero on the CW Supergirl show who is played by a real trans woman? No, I did not. I have not heard anything about Supergirl at all. I know that it's a thing. I know that I don't really like the CW, but I haven't heard any specifics. I will say, though, between that and the episode of Star Trek Discovery that I watched earlier today, this is turning out to be a pretty good day for queer representation in media. Yeah, my, What are you doing? Are you not gonna ask for money? Alright, fine. Okay, that's not the right button. What was the right button? There we go. Yeah, what this game defines as drifting is you hold square and press sideways on the stick. So this is a drift. Your horse strafes. No, I believe what she did a minute ago was a power slide.
Whoa!
Is this initial D with horses today? What does that mean? I do not understand your question. Nope, slow up there, Sasha. We're in town. We don't want to run over anybody.
Hello there.
Initial D is a racing anime that focuses on the drifting. Okay. I didn't know anything about that. This is literally the first time I've heard of it. That carriage in the background just did a weird little maneuver.
Hey, mister. Hey, mister. Hello.
Alright. So, as you might be able to guess,
Hey, ma'am.
from the giant question mark cloud there on the minimap, our next destination is right up here at the general store.
No, Brother Brodus, you're simply not a gentleman. You're a scoundrel, and quite frankly, talking like that.
My friend, you there?
Yeah? What do you want?
Do I look like a coward to you? I mean, obviously I do, because I look like that milksop there, but 'tis no matter. Can you help?
Maybe.
See, even he is sick of hearing your nonsense, you afterthought of a child. I apologize, sir, for his smell. Why don't we come back here, to somewhere more conducive to displays of utter gallantry and deep-seated inadequacy?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Shoot a bottle off my head, like William Tell.
This is getting silly.
Very silly. The man is a moron. Shoot one off mine instead. I'm the brave one.
I'm not scared.
I'm a good shot, but
I won't even flinch.
I don't want to hurt you, boys.
Oh, I can't lose. Either I'll prove my masculinity or die and be spared his company. Come, sir, please.
Okay, then.
Jesus, I never noticed how thick
Listen,
Acrisius's
just make
eyebrows
sure
were.
everyone knows you asked me to do this.
Of course, of course, of course.
You boys are ridiculous.
Okay.
Now is as good a time as any. Go for it.
You had to give me a minute to put the bullets in the gun first.
You got it.
You silly sausage.
That was fun.
What was? I feel like we didn't even do anything.
Oh, of course you didn't. We all know you're hardly sentient at all.
Another round, smaller bottles, sir. Please.
What?
I don't know.
Please. This creature is unbearable. He needs silencing.
I'll do my best. As long as she witnesses that I'm doing this under
Oh, you
duress.
boys are so silly.
No, well, I'm not gonna murder them because there's still 2 more encounters with these two.
Aim. Fire. Sir?
And the second one makes this one worth it.
There it goes! Now I'll stand on one leg.
Me too. You keep shooting, sir, and this time you kill the beast. He emerged fully formed from the swamps, Helen.
Silence, you blackguard. Sir, shoot the wretch. Ready? You're deranged. Shoot away, sir. My bottle and his brains, if you please.
Excellent. Fine.
Bravo!
There we go.
Now do one while I hop.
Do one while I turn somersaults. Shoot me.
Oh, give me the gun. Let me shoot him. For all mankind.
I think me and the lady have had enough.
Oh, I don't blame you, sir. This man's tongue, I would run too if I could. Here, for your skills and talents.
Thank you.
Now, brother, I am going to walk Helen home. Don't follow us. She has an elderly aunt, and I fear the sight of you could finally finish her off.
Helen, is this creep bothering you?
You two, come
Oh,
along.
no, there aren't two. There's me and the lizard man. Please, my angel, do not aggregate us both together.
Boys, you are too much. Cry too much.
No, my sweet.
Yeah, we're gonna run into those guys again. Twice. Alright, so our next encounter will be in Saint Denis. So, here we will go. Set our waypoint. That's the word. Boy, I love how often that's happening lately.
Okay then, girl.
Halfway through a sentence and suddenly file not found.
Howdy. Hey, mister. Hello.
Okay, is Running in the 90s the one that's been tormenting Markiplier in all of his Try Not to Laugh videos?
Hey, partner.
Hi there, mister.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if I've heard it. I don't watch Markiplier anymore, but I used to.
Yeah.
What with the whole thing about him and PewDiePie being friends. And with the way PewDiePie does nothing to discourage the white nationalists who use him as a meme.